It's basically strong on Centaur and Axe because Vanguard is strong, and their heroes just need tankiness to farm and do damage because of the way their passives work. It just naturally kills creep. So one thing that Liquid's doing to offset this is Monkey King, who's going to run right into the enemy team.
You know, Mickey just wants to, you know, show some dominance here, play with their mind. So he's not afraid of anything.
And he's going to go high ground. Here we go.
Yeah, Cookie hop forward here, coming out from Koifa with a nice crush over on the back line. So Stormstormer trying to do some damage. We've got Fatal Bounds down. Ace is sitting very, very low here. And it's going to be Sumail who falls first, followed by Ace. Koifa now is running for his life with those Fatal Bonds and whatnot. Not going to be able to keep alive during all of that.
I mean, it's a little... Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too, Tofu. They actually just saw the whole enemy team there, and they just walked high ground into him. They're like, yeah, this will be okay. And it looked good at first, right? They did a cookie star on multiple heroes. Found the strike at like 4 people, and the stun duration just got buffed. And then they hit him with what, Leshrac stun as well. It was like 3 or 4 stuns in a row. But they actually still didn't kill the PA because they were attacking low ground to high ground. Right click damage is a huge aspect of the early game, and they just missed too much. So they got first blooded. Not looking great for the start for Liquid, but it's fine. First blood.
It definitely took quite a bit to take down that PA, but eventually falling. But again, a reset here. Everyone's headed to their lanes. Haven't really missed too much other than those couple of kills. So, well,
some TPs. Yeah, they do bring magic sticks out for the safe lane on the Liquid side. This is one thing I really liked about their draft. They picked Oracle after the Axe. One of the nice things about Axe is that he casts Battle Hunger on your supports and basically works them down with help from his other supports. But with Fortune's End, they can dispel this. It's going to take away a lot of, see, there it is instantly. They just dispel the Battle Hunger as soon as it comes out. So it will prevent Insania from using his nuke offensively, but it is going to make sure that they don't take too much damage. And Monkey King usually does good against melee heroes.
A little bit of skirmishing down here in this bottom lane. You have some nice setup, but of course you can see how carefully that they're playing, making sure that Tofu's not too far forward, but he is getting those clicks off. And Koifa being tanky up here, just gonna try to harass the best that he can. A cookie hop coming out from Taiga will be able to put a little damage on Ace, but he seems not too bothered with it.
Yeah, just save some of Koifa's life when he gets pressured like that. So, and then now that Tofu hits level 2, he's got Sage's Mask, he's probably got Ring of Basilis coming. No, he actually buys more regen, actually. But either way, he'll be able to guarantee that Ace has a pretty good laning stage. And PA should be semi-okay against Slardar anyways.
Is this a situation where you would have liked to see him pick up the Basilis earlier instead of going for that extra regen?
Oh, it's fine to get the extra salves, honestly. Like, I think they're just trying to get past like the first couple levels. Like Basie is more common, but he just wants to make sure that Ace keeps his HP as full as possible. And look how much damage they can do between Cookie and actually Deep and Sal, like Slither and Crush. It's a lot of damage. So if he just gets his PA past that point and then gets to like level 2 Shadow Work, he should be able to offset all this harass. But just try to keep Ace in here getting last hits. They know how dangerous this lane is.
Yes, and that is very, very important that he gets some good timings. We talked about that in the draft, about how important it is that, you know, they have a certain window that they have to play within. Otherwise, it starts to get very difficult.
Yeah, it's a dangerous thing to get careful of. And it's good to buy extra regen quickly. Might see Tofu die here, though.
Sitting very low. He has Fairy Fire, though. Oh, last click coming in from Taiga.
Radiant's courier
Collect. Ace now wants to get something for this, but does have to be a little bit careful because Koifa is nearby. And he is going to put the pressure down on Ace.
Koifa messing up a little bit there. Briefly stopped moving. Thought he was ready to right click, but his hero wasn't ready, so he stopped moving. And then he lost his opportunity to get his 4th hit in, which would have been a bash. So could have done a little bit more damage to him back to punish him there, but either way, good for Liquid. Lane's pretty even right now. Sumail and Zeus both farming like crazy. Neither person has bothered to deny a single creep yet, which is not very normal for mid laners, but I guess if both heroes are really good at nuking, it's kind of hard to deny every last hit.
I would be very impressed if they had a substantial amount of denies using those particular heroes. We got one. We got one over on the Leshrac now. There we go.
They're basically just trying not to take damage because they both have lightning jump abilities. So every time that their opponent goes for a last hit, they can either try to deny or they can walk away from the creep wave. So it's just safer to not go for those denies and take extra damage.
I didn't think about the fact that you have lightning on lightning action here in the mid lane. We'll be interested to see. Oh, as Taiga gets another kill here over onto Tofu. Man, Ace is just getting very badly harassed here from this duo. And like you said, it is difficult for them down here on the side of Smashers to approach this creep wave with the stuns.
such a good dual lane too, because Will Shredder is not surprising at all for Sapphire to pick, but it lowers armor, and all of Slaughter's damage does physical, including his nukes. So yeah, it amplifies everything he does. So it makes it very easy to kill a hero like Warlock, who is slow and doesn't have that much armor in the lane stage. And Tofu has to walk back to lane, by the way. This is his second death now, so a little bit rough for PA.
Definitely rough for Ace here, as he doesn't have anyone to protect him. He doesn't have anyone to leap to either if he wants to try to blink away. As Koifa's going for the dive here. They want this kill. They don't have the mana, though. They do get the stun off, though. And because of the fact that Tofu has to walk back, they can just run down this PA easily.
I came a long way to see you die.
What a statement, Koifa. My goodness.
Had to drag that one out there. Just hit us with the 1-2 really quick, like most players. Just really want us to get in their heads if they're winning the lane now. I mean, killing PA, if you look at the rest of the draft for HELLBEAR, if your mid laner is a Zeus, Zeus can do carry-like attributes, but it's not the same as a lot of other semi-carry mid laners. I would say Leshrac is stronger as well. Here's the cookie initiation on Tofu. He did a great dodge there, but the hero is still really vulnerable. Look how much damage he's taken from those right clicks and the minus armor. It is just a lot to handle.
Yeah, I do think it definitely feels like a bit of a 4 protect 1 sort of strat coming out here from the HELLBEAR Smashers. And we do see that pretty often there with the Ace. Oh, top lane, though. They're trying to make some plays over here. Mickey gonna get held up here into that. Brambles does go for the dodge. Sania still waiting nearby. Rasmus, oh, the Zeus! The Zeus ulti. And, of course, the voice line. Stormstormer will happily secure that kill on Mickey.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh man, that's a really good job dodging the nuke with Mischief. He would have died otherwise, but he was ready to use his wand, but as soon as he ticked below 225 health, that is when Zeus nailed him with the ulti. Zeus literally does 300 damage. It was buffed up a couple patches ago, semi-recently though, so yeah, the math is pretty easy at that point this early in the game, so he just took a look at it and boom, zapped him into the sky.
Gotta watch out for those sky zaps. Stormstormer walking back home. Here, probably gonna get some regen, pick up some items and whatnot. And Sumail's gonna have a little bit of breathing room here in the mid lane. Still Stormstormer comes right back again, of course.
Level 7 on Zeus, normal skill build so far with the max arc lightning. This just allows you to farm really rapidly, kill small camps, kill creep waves, and then he'll transition later into bolt when he actually does start ganking. For now, he'll be more than effective, but I think the scary thing about Zeus this game is he's gonna get ran at a lot. Zeus is a hero that doesn't like it when people are on top of him. So if Slaughter gets on top of him, if Monkey King gets on top of him, if Leshrac gets on top of him, that's really dangerous for him.
We've got some nice spins here in the top lane, but Mickey's gonna be just fine. The Vanguard is completed on Axe, of course, so things are gonna get a little bit more difficult, but they do have a decent amount of magic nuke damage as well, so.
Actually, both of the kills in the early laning stage or something, like before the lane started. Was it him that got them all? Because he's got 2 kills right now and an assist. And this Vanguard is really fast, guys. Like, it is really, really quick. He even moves over to stop Insania from stacking camps to accelerate either Leshrac or the Monkey King. So, I mean, at this point, having Vanguard, he's already going to lane really good against Monkey King. Monkey King normally is a little bit scary as when you're playing off lane versus him, but with this fast Vanguard pickup, and Monkey King's recent nerfs, it's not terrible. And it looks to me like Mickey's just gonna basically dodge the lane a bit. He's gonna max out Primal Spin right away because that way he can just farm still without having to test the axe. And we'll probably just see them kind of ignore each other if possible.
Is this a situation, like we said, you know, Mickey might just go off to the jungle, do his own thing. Do they want to rotate anyone up to kind of protect that tower, or do you just kind of think, all right, well, it's an axe, there's not too much to do? Bottom lane, actually, they'll hold that thought. Stormstormer making his way over. Sumail already here. Getting into position is going to run into Stormstormer here. They try to burn him down. They have the lightning, split earth to follow. They're going to try to kill him up, but they can't do it fast enough, so they'll get that kill. The cookie out forward. Sumail just running down. Tofu does have ace on him, but the teleports are coming out here. They're trying to just keep Sumail alive, but they do manage it. Rasmus now is here, and they have the fatal bonds down. Sumail ticking down. He was going to get dunked, though, by Rasmus. And they'll go right back in again. That little shredder, though. Oh, it feels so good if you're a Snapfire. Rasmus getting the call off. Gets that little bit of armor, but doesn't have the dunk, though. Eventually, the Taiga will fall. And Sumail says, I'll take that.
Yeah, Vanguard very effective for sure to block a lot of this damage, but Slaughter just does so much physical, especially with the corrosive haze. Like, he just got absolutely blown up.
Dire's
So
middle
good
tower
fight there
is
for
under
Liquid.
attack.
Rotated to the safe lane. They killed PA without PA getting a golden experience. Stormstormer died instantly on the Zeus as well. If you get it, like I said, if you one of those heroes gets on top of you, you're gonna have a really bad time. And he doesn't have lightning bolt, but I don't think it would have protected him much here. He's just trying to get as much damage as possible before he dies. He doesn't even get a chance to ulti though. He died so quick. Koifa in trouble though.
Koifa turns right back around. Is he in trouble though? I don't know. They managed to get the kill over on Ace. Koifa somehow still alive after all is said and done here. Tried to hide in the tree line. Eventually does get found by Tofu's golem. Tofu sitting very low himself.
Another great trade for Liquid. Yeah, they lost their offlaner, but they killed the carry first.
And Sumail dives mid and grabs himself a kill here over on Gilgir. Rasmus, though, is getting into position. He's going to walk right into Sumail. The go for the call, gets the taunt, the split earth, though, buying just a little bit of time so he doesn't get those spins that he's hoping for. He's just trying to come around. He's going to go pick up that rune, start bottling through. He does have the battle hunger on him. Oh, at the last second, though.
He went for it. Rasmus tried to use a chop the last time he died, right before he died, to do some damage, which was a good play because it like almost got him a kill. But the problem was then when he runs into Sumail, which should have been an easy kill, like really easy kill, ended up being complicated. Like he should have just called him right here, battle hungered, and chopped within one spin. But he didn't have it, so he had to do this like elaborate chase him game. And Sumail's like, oh, I'm gonna outplay you because I am the king. And he's not wrong, but he messed up a little. He got watch he right clicked
right there.
Here he attacks and he got a spin.
He got a spin.
He just didn't.
Radiant's
He
bottom
would have gotten the
tower
kill.
is under attack.
That was actually so fun. Like that was a 20% chance for Misery to get that kill. And he got it. It was insane.
It always feels like the percentages are against us whenever you play a game, right? In that case, though, Rasmus has to be very, very happy. You can see that little smile at the end of that. He does die, but not before taking down the king first.
Radiant's
He
bottom
got
tower
400 gold
is
for
under
that.
attack.
Like that's a lot. That's gonna get him a really fast blink dagger here. 4-2-2 for Rasmus. He's like the one guy on HELLBEAR Smashers that's having a really solid game. So he's got to be the one that makes his team have action that's good for them. They need a blink dagger on him at a good speed. He'll have it, but can they find the right engagements?
Radiant's
We'll see.
bottom tower
I feel like that's
is under
frequently
attack.
how Rasmus ends up playing over here on HELLBEAR Smashers. Kisses will get tossed out. They have the Boundless over here in Stormstorm. It's a lot of damage. They try to save them, not going to be able to, though. It's long-range kisses from the other side of your screen that you can't even see. Too much damage.
That was so impressive. What does he do? Like, he can't do anything to that. He got hit by a level 2 Boundless Strike, which did like 150 physical damage tops. And then it's just kisses. You're dead.
Dire's
Goodbye,
top
Zeus.
tower is under attack.
Mobility,
Radiant's
they put a
middle
heal on
tower
him, but like you needed a
denied.
force staff or a glimmer or something, and it's so early into the game that it's just not feasible. So now they just keep punishing the two heroes that are really important, the PA and the Zeus. And yeah, again, Rasmus is having a really good game so far, but normally you just like are oppressive against the enemy carry, and he hasn't really done that much. Monkey King is still having a pretty good game.
My question to you is, now that, you know, Rasmus is going to have that blink dagger, who is the target, though? Because you have to go after, you know, this Oracle, right? You don't have great solutions to jumping into those back lines right now.
Good point. Yeah, if he does grab an important core like Leshrac, Leshrac has the Yules to defend himself, and Oracle's going to sit behind him, so it's complicated, absolutely.
Bloodthirstiness coming out here over on the back lines. Koifa will take down Gilgir very quickly. Brambles get tossed out. They're trying to get the terrorize off, but it's not enough here. Courier went down. Gilgir also to fall.
This is the other weird thing about picking Zeus against Oracle, is that if they do focus one of your guys, you don't even have to use False Promise. You just put Fate's Edict on somebody, and they just don't die to magic damage. So they're going to smoke and go take an engagement here, but not too many ultis burn by Liquid. In fact, they've got time, 10 seconds to kisses.
Smoke on smoke. Koifa backing
I
off.
don't know, because Blur is keeping PA invisible. Really nice for Ace to play the front liner.
I'm sure they have a feeling, though. As you can see already, they're making the wrap around. It's very effective. They'll pick up Bounty Rune. We've got the hood completed now for Leshrac. And look at this Sumail. He's hungry. He wants Ace. Teleports are coming out, though. The immediate jump forward, though, coming out from Rasmus, but they have to be careful. Go, they drop the rock over on the back lines. They'll be able to blow the Sandia before he can get many of his spells. Cookie hop forward over on the back lines. So they'll get Tofu. They'll get Ace as well. And now that Yule's buying Sumail, just a little bit more time. The Boundless coming through. They get the kill on Rasmus. Gilgir running for his life. Sumail, though, he wants Stormstormer. And by God, they get a team wipe.
Radiant's top
Huge
tower
plays
is
there
under
by Sumail.
attack.
I mean, kind of dangerous at first, because He again walked in not knowing that his opponents had vision, so they got to initiate. But like, he got counter initiated on, but he put Fate's Edict on Leshrac, which bought him 3 seconds of basic invulnerability. And with this fast hood build, even after that runs out, he's still taking a lot of damage. Here he is again, walking in. He gets initiated on. He's taking a ton of Zeus damage. There's a goal.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It doesn't look like that was a pretty good catch, or at least not enough heroes in the group. But Taiga did a huge amount of damage. Oracle dies. Mickey comes to finish him off, and Sumail just runs him down at that point.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's like some of the best initiations that we're going to really see here coming out from the side of HELLBEAR Smashers, other than, you know, maybe the PA gets like a huge crit. But
or like a 2 or 3 man call would be ideal, basically. Catch Oracle plus whoever you want to kill.
That's going to be so hard, Purge. Like how Insanias isn't going to, I mean, if he does, it'll be a bit surprising because his positioning. People who play Oracle tend to have very good positioning at this level of Dota. They're not going to allow themselves to be sitting directly next to their core generally.
Yep, that's usually the case. When you play the hero a lot, you're going to be used to these patterns and where to stand. I would even say that him getting killed that easily was a little bit atypical, but the fight still worked out really good for them. Rasmus pressuring Taiga here. He's just gonna leave. He's gonna say goodbye. DP's away.
That is another problem with their draft here too, is that they just don't have great catch beyond, you know, the initial initiation.
Unless other heroes are nearby. Little terrorized here, trying to keep him alive, but he ends up going down. It's a blink pressure from Quakefoot, basically.
Radiant's
blink stun combo. Leshrac runs at people. Does he have his Eternal Shroud coming? He does. We haven't seen this item too much in the last bits of DPC. It was built a lot in pubs right when it came out, and then people kind of realized, hey, it's not really that good. It's basically just a hood with a lifesteal. But this game on Leshrac, who does a massive amount of magic damage, is pretty useful, especially because it's going to give him more mana pool.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bloodstone generally seen as better. Those are very similar things, but it's just a lot more expensive. But it goes for the shot this game.
Radiant's
fun to see if it works out well.
is falling. Dire's top tower.
There it is, and the towers are just melting with this Leshrac being on the map. And look at this play already. Another smoke coming up. They're hungry. They're hoping they can find another pick off here. They find Stormstormer, the blink initiation, immediately just blown up as Taiga collects yet another kill. And this is going to open up the Roshan. Like we said before, you know, in the past, you know, Monkey King, not quite as popular because of the fact that he did get nerfed with that axe. He can't just go and take Rosh, but, you know, you've got a Rosh enabler here. Got a couple, actually, although buyback coming out now from Stormstormer. They want to fight Rasmus, looking for this opening. Does manage to go and call down the Monkey. They go, they drop the rock over the back lines. Mickey will get blown up, but the Snapfire Kiss is coming forward. They'll find the kill over on 2. Gilgear and Tofu will both die.
Terrible, they got a buyback out of that, and Golem as well. Basically, when Monkey comes up, there's pretty much nothing that HELLBEARs can do to stop them. That was Zeus ult also. So they should be able to just buy a little time, maybe grab some mana and reset and take it again. But Monkey King did die pretty easily on the back line. They saw him jump onto the tree due to this nice ward. They used Paul pulling down, and then Zeus on the back line behind that just did a huge amount of damage. So he got destroyed. Lots of magic damage, and maybe Mickey gonna have to rethink his item build a bit here. It's going Maelstrom into Manta is what he's planning. There's the call. Zeus is gonna come from the side, just do a huge amount of damage here. He ends up getting killed, but on the other side, Sumail runs in, cleans up the supports, basically makes the rest of the fight over. But if they kill Zeus again, he's gonna be dead for a long time, and his net worth is really struggling now. He's got 5,000 net worth. Sumail has almost 10.
Definitely feels a bit spooky here going up for HELLBEAR Smashers because they needed to be coming out on top of this laning before that Liquid really started to run away with it. And it definitely feels now with an 8k net worth lead. They also have the Aegis on Sumail now that things are getting a little bit more difficult. Although, Koifa? You gonna go for Rasmus? I guess he didn't see him. Didn't quite see him there. They have the ward though.
But if Rasmus retreats, the ward's gonna spot him actually. Okay, he saw.
Yeah, he definitely saw him that time.
He spotted the Gilgear sitting behind, so he knows this can be too hard. But I like this lane ward, pretty useful to spot some people coming to lane to get farm and that kind of thing. But Sumail almost, actually he does have it coming. His BOTs are finished. So he's got BOTs, Yule, and Eternal Shroud. His raw HP is a little low, but his next item is almost
Oh my god, Stormstormer.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a dead god. That is a dead Zeus and a half. My goodness. Nice solo kill there from Koifa.
Quickfoot's doing such a good job fitting into this offlane role. Like he's adapting so well. Like he's getting solo kills. I feel like he's just in the mind of like the core for so long that like now he knows how to hunt them, and now his role is all about hunting or initiating. So kind of like he just runs into ace as well here, and he's just creating so much space. Probably yeah, you can't get the bash.
I'm gonna try to root Gilgear into place. Terrorize off. They're running kind of towards him though in this case. They'll fall to the Yules, and they'll just nuke down Gilgear.
Sweet ablution.
Their map control is just overwhelming. 10k gold advantage now. The fact that they can get solo kills with just one hero just changes so much, because that means that everybody else on their team can go pressure other places in the lane. So, and every time they get a kill, it just gives them a lot of space to push out creep waves, to get farm, to get Monkey King to a place where he's just very tanky as well. And eventually he doesn't have to worry about the game.
The classic, you can't see me, I'm just going to burn your tower down from the tree line. Always a fun time when you're playing LeShrec.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
LeShrec just gives you so much advantages here. You don't have to worry about your team fight composition. You just go stand near a tower, and the towers die, as long as your opponents can't react in time.
And Sumail is definitely being as active as possible around this map. Never staying in one place for too long, and finding kills wherever he seems to go. See that net worth difference here. It's difficult. It's
like they saw Ace on the previous creep wave, and then they just run 3 heroes in, like, oh yeah, let's just kill him. And he anticipates this, of course, so he walks away from the creep wave and then has to go farm somewhere else. But even making him leave here, it's just slowing down his farm speed. He just got his first piece of his BKB, and he absolutely needs BKB to fight somebody like LeShrec.
And we do get the BKB completed now for Slardar too. This guy is already such a threat. Every time that he manages to run into someone, it seems like it results into a kill.
So
Interesting here. How they decide to approach this next fight. They do have that double damage over on Sumail, and they're just going to invade the triangle. Immediately, Brambles will hold him in place. I'll just walk into another one too, you know, no big deal. Enjoying himself a nice rose garden.
Clearing him for the team, that's all.
Yeah. He's a team player, that's Sumail. Top lane, ooh, Ace.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, they
is
found
under
themselves,
attack.
they found Rasmus over here instead. They'll be able to do the Yule set up. Long great Snapfire kisses. Snapfire does not care, because they have plenty of damage as Sumail gets himself a kill on Rasmus, and he's just running down Stormstormer here with that lightning. He wants his monkey minion coming in. They'll get a double kill now for Sumail.
That's Rasmus saving PA's life, genuine, like, or like giving him a really good chance to live, because that was Sumail was going to TP right on top of PA. Rasmus interrupts it with the call, but he just gets punished. The Yules ends up catching Rasmus. Blade Mail looks good on paper. It is pretty good against LeShrec, but Insanity did the obvious thing. He gave him magic immunity, so.
Koifa trying to 1v1 here with Ace. Not sure it's going to be enough because Mickey's here, though. No worries, Koifa. I will help you out, my friend, and we'll kill her together. But I'm going to get the last hit, says Mickey.
Sumail is still pressuring the tower. Like they're just doing everything all over the map. It's really, really good so far. Shards up for Gilgear, so they do get more Bramble Mages at least. But downside is that they just don't have an easy way to pressure right now. As long as Oracle sits behind LeShrec and gives him 100% spell or magic resistance, like there's just no damage being reflected. The Zeus is like completely nullified here. It makes me really question why they thought picking Zeus was a good idea, but there must have been something there that they felt the vision advantage, or helps win side lanes, or shuts down the Monkey King. It does do that, but against the Lesh with Oracle in a good position, it feels really hard.
Radiant are scanning.
Definitely see how difficult it feels, but you know, they're gonna try to go and poke their way through the jungle, set themselves up perhaps to get this middle tower. They are smoked up. Rasmus looking for a good pick off here. Careful. No one's really showing themselves too much. The scan does go out.
Wish fulfilled.
Rasmus wants
They don't even have they don't even have like an easy way to push up the creep wave. So like, as long as Liquid just doesn't show, it's not that big of a deal. Like if the creep waves don't get on the tower, then Liquid just stays hidden and sits in their good positions while they read out the smoke. So very difficult here for HELLBEARs to grab a kill or pressure the tower, at least until Ace gets BKB. He's still struggling, 1,000 gold away.
Did get a Blink Dagger picked up now for Stormstormer, so he's going to try to have some better positioning this time around. It's so rough with what they've got going on. Look at this, Cement, just no fear at all. Knows that he's got his teammates behind him here. gonna get some of this damage. Long range snapfire kisses. They just blow up Gilgear almost immediately as Rasmus running for his life. He's just taking too much damage as they're all on Koifa. He wants this. He wants to jump forward. He's got that BKB. He's a big old fish, and he's looking. Can he grab anyone in time? He's got his eyes on Rasmus. Just gonna chase him down. Mickey though jumping backlines into the space. Here's Koifa. They go and they just blow towards the rest. They get the kill on Rasmus.